final race here of Season 14. Not just the final of Tier 3, the final of the entire season, and... well,
Go get a banker in.
Not forever, of course. We will, of course, be back on this wonderful game next year with Season 15. Hopefully with a few changes. We'll try and mix things up once again to make things interesting while we wait to see how terrible 25 is. That being said, though, we have an absolutely amazing track to race around for the final. It is at the lovely Austria. And, well, Red Bull Ring in Austria, technically, is how we say it. And it should be pretty good with 3 long straights, but we will see how it goes as we will start in qualifying and see how everyone gets going. We hop in to the lovely track. As I just realised, everything's not working. Give me 3 seconds. Nope, that's Steam again, and everything's not. Motherfucker. But as we head over, let's see how everyone... Oh, lovely. Stream Deck manages to actually open about 5 hours later. Oh, amazing. Doesn't want to work today. Well, that's fine. It's not like I need it. That being said, we have 15 of our lovely full-time drivers. Tier 3, probably actually, I believe, haven't done the math, but just alone, being the best and most filled out tier for pretty much every race. If not every race, combined at least, their average is much higher than the rest, and I feel like we have to congratulate them for that. 24's not been the perfect of games. It's obviously games have gone slowly downhill over the last about 2 or 3 years. But that being said, everyone in Tier 3 has kept going and made it incredibly interesting, as even with one more race to go, many people still can easily clinch a few seat places. As per usual, 8 points maximum are up for grab in qualifying, as we do the sprint qualifying format. Prince unexpectedly leading the charge of the 148. Not too confident in driver briefing, but at the same time he just doesn't want to be in Tier 2. Unfortunately, bad news, Prince. Even if you don't race, you'll still be high enough. That being said, a couple more drivers. T. Stray is also on a lap, about to come across the line and finish it, bringing it out with a 1.62. Connor starting a lap, a couple people behind, but I will keep on Connor for now. Alberto and Grandad with 1.55 and 1.58 respectively, a little ways off Prince's 1.48 there. Quite a nice generous gap for Prince. Take a little bit of a relax in. Connor keeps it nice and smooth up that apex. Everyone should get up there quite nicely. I believe quite a few members of Tier 3 at least medium TC, meaning
you having any
feel
joy,
like
Robbie,
it's
or
not going to be
for?
too hard to manage in that corner, so we
I
should
am
see
trying
people spin out or blocking the track, so we should see people actually get some nice runs up there using DRS and get some nice
I'm going to try
overtakes.
switching to my hotspot
As
as well
we
in a
overtake,
second if it don't work.
I hope to see people play the game, DRS game to be fair, going into turn 3. I believe that's technically turn 3 because I think that
I can
little
get my internet back and then this is it,
little
repays me.
hander is technically a turn.
Fuck off.
Even though it's very stupid, as Connor goes a tiny bit too wide and invalidates what would have been a 1.58. And without battery, we'll have to come back around and try again. Monster also invalidates a lap, but has turned off his batteries, so does he have fuel to go again? He's taken a tight line, so he's going into the pits, meaning everybody currently, I believe, will potentially be going back into the pits for now, leaving us with a little bit of a gap for now. Yeah, Connor's not too worried about recharging battery, meaning his repair light's actually on, but I don't see any major damage, so I wonder what could potentially be damaged there. To be fair, one thing I realised to check, guys. Shall we see what the weather's like today?
Wait,
My god, I wish I could actually make this look a lot more professional. But F1 never wants to actually play nice
I'll
with being full
fucking
screen.
smash it from the back, mate.
But we're gonna play
Fuck
about this
it.
for now. My God, this is taking an age. And settings are up, as that's the stream overlay. As we bring the tab window up, shall we see if it's gonna rain or not? Oh, Tier 3 gets it lucky. It's gonna be full dry throughout the race, meaning nobody has to strategize for rain or strategize for dry. Unfortunately for us, does theoretically mean there's going to be less drama in the race. Less predictable drama, at least. I'm expecting Tier 3 to bump a few wheels somewhere along. As we go up, Villeneuve has actually just finished a lap, going to a 1.52. Going back, Alberto's going slow. He's 6/10 behind. Crew is behind him. He's also
Don't think it's gonna let me
backed
in.
off on his lap.
It's let me in, but it wouldn't let me pick a car.
Is Crew and Alberto going to go again, or are they both coming into the pits? Alberto's coming into the pits. Crew is actually having enough fuel to go for another lap. So we will keep on him to see how he does with a 1.55 to beat. Shouldn't be too hard to get a 10th or 2 out of that. Oh, that's a pain, RB, I'm sorry. I don't know why you can't pick a car. That's just, I'm guessing, another lovely bug that F124 wants to exist. I do apologise. That being said, Crew,
When you're not on a lap, can
keeping
you
it
send me an
nice and tight. Car turning in very nicely, actually, through there. Extends the track nicely. Goes down 2 gears as expected.
Send me another
nicely
invite,
on
please.
the throttle. Is up by 2
Yeah,
tenths.
I joined
as expected.
and it wouldn't let me pick a car, so I've
see
backed
if that
out.
gets up to
See
3
if it
tenths
lets
at
me
the
when I
end
join
here.
again. Well, I'm
Wouldn't be
guessing it
too
won't. So that
surprised,
means I won't be racing at all.
because if you get this a little more perfect, not
So I'm
too
stuck as a
terrible actually.
spectator.
Quite nice by him, and enough battery to go across the line. Oh, actually loses a lot more than expected. Goes down from about 2.5
What?
tenths
Would
all
it
the way
let
down to
me
about
pick
4
a car for the
hundredths,
race?
bringing him only to a 1.53. Whereas I believe he could have gotten 4th potentially if he had kept his about 2.5 tenth improvement there.
Didn't even fucking
Going
let me join.
back up, Alfredo
The
has
invite
finished
just
his lap.
disappeared.
Lequit
Oh,
is
this
actually
game
on
is
his final
fucking
lap. He
shit.
has a purple sector 2, but he doesn't realistically have any battery at all here. Let's see if that stops him at all.
Mate.
It doesn't, as he
Slipping
gains
down your order.
half a second up to a 1.58. Nice improvement from him. Puts him up to 8th in the and the final point
You can
position
definitely go
for
faster.
qualifying.
Yeah, well, the first one I just want to make sure now I can take the English.
Monster yet to set a lap, is halfway through his first lap here. Let's see how he's doing as he comes across into the twisty section here at the Red Bull ring. Double downshift into that left hander, nicely taking the curb. Single downshift, throw the car in, try to get it unsettled on the bumps. Could have taken that probably a little deeper from the looks of spectator camera, but didn't seem too bad. As you it takes a lot of curb there. Surprisingly not unsettling the car. Interesting to see what his potential wing is. As he sets a 1.53 and puts him into 4th. Very nicely done by him there. T and Vintage currently on an outlap. So is Collateral, but T, I believe, will be the next. Sorry, missed out on Grandad. T will be behind Grandad, but Grandad will be the next person to start their flying lap here. 1.58 to beat. Is about a second off Prince to beginning, and we're expecting Grandad to get a little closer to Prince, and a minimum is normally gets higher up. Even not if qualifying, he has the pace in the race as he starts his first lap. Down into fourth. Nicely takes the curb. Nicely on the accelerator. Rear doesn't step out. That's probably the most important going through turn 1.
It's
Make sure you
cooked.
take the inside curb and at minimum get the throttle down. Burns pretty much all the battery on the final 3 straights. We'll see if that's a bit too much, because going down to 10% pretty much leaves you out of power from the battery system and the electric motors. So we'll see how that does. Into sector 2, he's still 2/10 up. That will bring him into a 1.56, not bringing him up a position at the moment. Let's see how he does in sector 3, however. Down to 7th, could have taken that a little wider. We'll see how he comes. A little short in the final 2 corners. Still 2.6 temps up. Unfortunately, just a tiny bit too slow from 7th and 6th. I would expect to see him get some improvements, if not on his final lap in the race. Anyway, as T does not improve on his lap, Vintage has invalidated
some
his
TV
lap,
time, have I?
and so will not make an improvement, which would have been a 1.64. And Collateral has also
give it one last
invalidated
go,
his lap.
But if you don't let me pick a car, I don't know how I'm supposed to have a car in
Everyone
the
else
race.
currently, I will check, presumably will go back
Yeah,
into
that's
pits
point.
to get a fresh set of tyres before our
Sure you're not missing
lovely
something in the op? I've
last
not done it before.
sprint here for
I had
the end
problems
of our
getting
short
back in the car,
qualifying.
remember? Didn't I? Didn't know how to do it.
Nah, it doesn't give
see if
you
anyone else goes
red,
around
read
again.
it out.
I
'Cause
yeah,
everyone's
Grandad
picked the
did
team and
improve.
that,
I
and you've
don't
loaded
expect
in
him
the
to go
session.
around again.
Doesn't give me an option.
Yep, Grandad
But anyway,
is in the pits.
I've got to communicate
going
with online
past him,
services again,
actually.
so
Is Crew. Wait. Oh no, Crew is on a lap. It was in the end, unfortunately, slower. I was gonna say, if that's an improvement and he gets away with that, he is a very lucky human being. Unfortunately, the game did not. Well, the game allowed it because it was actually quite a bit slower. Unfortunately, did not realise that was actually him. Vintage will go for another lap actually here with 4.5 minutes remaining. If he doesn't, yeah, if he goes for this lap, then I don't believe he'll get back around in time to set a final lap. Well, set a final lap with fresh tyres, but we will see how he does here. Vintage is, oh yeah, he is quite far up. I was going to say he must be going into the pit soon, and he is. T finalising a lap here, but is it going to be faster? It believes so will be. 2 temp improvement putting him into 11th. Alberto currently on a lap here. Potentially not on a lap.
some
I was
reason
gonna say
it's
he's
saying
not.
I
He's
got a double
gaining
nap.
batteries, so I presume he backed out potentially in sector 1.
Yeah.
Villeneuve, however, is not. I was gonna say he's not on a lap. Let's say it showed him he was only like a turn behind, and then 2 seconds. Hello. What happened to me last night? Unfortunately, I got the DNF bug in qualifying. I was only just realistically going to race that night anyway. Unfortunately, with the qualifying bug, meaning I would start from the back and not have a setup, and knowing how bad default setup is here, I realised it was the final race, but it just was not worth me running. It was not going to be enjoyable, and yeah. It was a shame not to race it, but it was
I don't
absolutely
understand
not
why
worth
this
it.
is an issue now.
So I unfortunately bowed out because I was realistically going to be in the way of people anyway. But I'm sure I will race. I'll be racing next season anyway, but I'll also race. I'm presumably probably in between with people. 2 minutes 9 seconds remaining. Villeneuve has retired. I was going to say I don't think Villeneuve would get around again, and he will not. Pretty much everyone else should be out. Prince potentially isn't going out again. Prince might be staying in the pits. Well, here's the thing. He believes his time potentially is safe.
Switch to my fucking phone hotspot.
As
That's probably why it keeps saying connected to online
Ninja,
services.
let's see how he does coming into Sector 3 here. As Connor moves up to P2. Ninja, unfortunately, quite high and not going to be able to improve on his final lap. Collateral, unfortunately, also not going to be able to. Let's see how Alberto does. Couple more people cross the line. Stray Dog goes up into 11th. As actually next up we have the other Haas. Laquite is going to be the next to cross the line. Just doesn't invalidate lap. Unfortunately will be too slow. Next up is Monster in the Williams. On an out lap, he will start his next lap going back up to the Haas of Alberto, who will finish his lap. Unfortunately does not improve. Going to the back, Vintage unfortunately invalidates his lap again, and Mellowed will not be coming out for another lap. That being said, no improvements from the other cars as T's on his out lap. Oh, Grandad's teammate just gets out the way. Was a bit worrying there. Does come across the line and just a just a slight bit slower. I wonder if he lost pace at the end there. Stray Dog will unfortunately come across the line,
That wasn't
but have
good.
a bad lap.
And I forgot to bloody stream. It was on my map.
As I try to get to the other Williams of Monster, who bins it right at the end. Not sure if he was already on a slow lap, but he's definitely not going to be on a faster lap this time round. As he comes in, leaving... I was going to say the Mercedes of Prince, who actually did get around and didn't even realise, didn't think he'd gotten around. Doesn't improve his time. From the looks of things, it's not going to matter. Oh, I was going to say, as long as Alfredo can get there, but he can by 400ths of a second.
Fucking hell. Alfredo at the end.
As the Aston of T comes around, and unfortunately does not improve his lap. It looked like Prince was going to be dominant there. And then Alfredo steals it by 400ths of a second. Fair play by him. In all fairness though, Prince didn't just sit back thinking he was going to win that. He did, in all fairness, go out for that final lap there. But it was not enough. He could not improve by any time at all. And then, unfortunately, managed
Softs.
Get beaten by Alfredo.
Softs?
Mighty close by everybody
the last 5 minutes.
Alfredo, as I said, will take pole in qualifying. I feel like saying pole in qualifying is right. Well, you take pole position, yeah. Even though short qualifying feels like you want to continuous race around, but Prince will take second very close. Third will be Connor. Ninja will take
another
fourth.
If you
A
can.
big gap between second and
menu
third, first and second, very close. Fifth will be by Crew Streamers. Sixth, Collateral. Seventh, Alberto and Villeneuve will take eighth and final points position here for qualifying in our final race here at Austria. Now, as everyone loads in and we all get our setups on and fuel sorted, we will go on a very quick ad break so we get absolutely no disturbances here in Austria for our final race. RB, now it's the race, your car won't get in at all, unfortunately. unfortunately, yeah, I was gonna say you've sent that slightly too late. Now, yeah, now qualifying's over. You can't select a car, unfortunately. Sorry, dude. It's a shame that you can't race actually in the final race because you've been here in tier 3 and you've been a great guy. Or you've been a great guy in terms of just racing and stuff. Yeah, it's a shame. I hope you stick around for next season though, dude, because with how you've been racing, I would not be surprised if you get a full-time seat. No guarantees, but I have no reason to believe if you stay around you won't get one. However, that being said, I will quickly, as I said, start an ad break now, guys, just so we don't get disturbed during the race. So I will see you right back, probably during a formation lap. I will see you guys in a second.
Fucking game, man. If I had a disc, it'd be getting frisbeed. I'm going on quad. Fuck's sake, man. I'm watching your stream anyway.
Oh, cheers.
I'd put softs on being 10th though. Fuck it. You got odds.
Cards to lap 20. Mediums to the
Fucking
end.
hell.
1 stop. Top 3 have gone on hard. Whoa. Binned it on the formation lap.
And welcome back, everybody. Perfect timing as Alfredo in pole position is just about to line up in his grid slot. P1, 2 and 3 actually ran away very quickly here from the rest of the pack. Luckily, as you line up, you don't lose tyre temp. That being said, let's have a quick talk actually about tyres as everyone else is lining up. Very expected but unexpected. P1, 2 and 3 on hards, with only then 9 and 10 at the back also on hards. You expect the cars at the back more to be the ones on hards, everyone else on mediums in case of an early safety car.
Crappy
But
pull
1,
up.
2 and 3 are going to risk this. Everyone else is on mediums, no softs as expected. Everyone probably doing a 1 stop, potentially a 2 stop though. I believe 1 stop is still probably faster here, especially with DRS. 3 people disqualified, unfortunately. But we will see how it goes. As everyone is in, I have a ridiculously far behind view of everything. I would like a closer view game. Lights have gone off. I can't see shit, and something's happening down there. There we go. Prince keeps it. Ninja goes in second. People get pushed off as expected in Austria. Always couple people make. Stray Dog, I believe, made a position there. So did Stray Dog. Makes another one. Potential, and Alberto going up. Ninja tries to go on the inside, has to take it tight. Prince goes. Connor has to take it a defensive move. Crew gets alongside. Everyone sorts itself out one by one. Alberto makes a nice move on collateral. Stray Dog loses 2 positions. T is going to potentially make a position on the inside here of Quee. Crew unfortunately hits the side as well as collateral. I presume wings have gone a bit flying, and that is collateral and I believe Stray Dog were both without end plates here. Could theoretically not be the end of the world. You see what happened. Monsters had a collision or a spin at the back. No wings can be a problem in Sector 3, unfortunately, though it could, depending on what exactly their wing layout is, that could potentially not be the end of the world, as with everyone so uptight, Crew gets wing damage.
Oh my god, you're so lucky they ghosted.
Chaos in Sector 2 and 3. Sector 1 you'd get away with it because of the DRS and the straight line speed. Depending on what their wing damage is, people have got to be careful, as we do have a rule in place, as if you do have high wing damage, you need to get off the racing line. Just because we, as unfortunately not having, race engineers be able to look at everyone's tyre damage and wing damage, we don't know, unfortunately, where people would know. Stray, unfortunately, now at the back. Crew also, I believe, with damage, but running a little higher up. Got inner plate damage as well. I believe that's about 3 or 4 cars now running with it. Mortstar may have had damage. Not sure. He has pit now 4 mediums. To be fair, as expected, P1 and P2, but also P3. Well, Alfredo technically faster than Ninja. As Ninja with DRS has managed to supersede Prince here and managed to run into P1. Top 3, however, running away already nearly 3 seconds from Connor in P3, who is going to have to defend from Alberto. Now, Ninja's gotta try and run away here. He's on mediums, so he does have the tyre advantage right now, so he needs to make that gap as quickly as possible. As I realise, I've gone the wrong way by accident. Alberto and Collateral having a very nice switchback here. Even with DRS, Collateral gets back, I believe, with just a large chunk of ERS usage. Alberto plays that perfectly. Unfortunately, Alberto did hit the back of Collateral there, but Collateral timed that perfectly and slotted in front. That may be a ticket, but my god, was that an amazingly tight but clean move. Prince right on the back of Ninja. Surprisingly very tight and still fast with only 2/10 gap. Prince will probably take it here, will back out.
Steady on that last corner.
Not. Gonna say might take it here, try let Ninja get ahead, but very close, and then take it up with DRS zone 3, but will not here. And Stray Dog is the first person to fall 2-track limits. Collateral will dive. Oh, sorry, Alberto would have dived Collateral, and unfortunately,
sorry.
I don't think Alberto was going to make that. Collateral tried to turn in, they collected each other, and they've just gone straight on. Ooh, that's a shame. Alberto went for that late lunge, and I just don't think could have pulled it off. Just couldn't brake early enough. Wing damage might have also been a part of it. He might have tried to be racing Collateral. Forgot wing damage, tried to brake where he normally does, and it just didn't end up. Connor is now... Sorry, Villeneuve is now... I was going to say leading the pack, but he's actually got almost a second on Grandad, so technically it might be Grandad leading this pack. Top 3 are still very close to each other. Ninja's going to go for this move as I try and go back to Prince, but annoyingly the game just lets him overtake. As we watch, will Prince be able to get this move? He'll get alongside. But we're going to go side by side here. It's going to be close. Ninja's going to have the run on the outside, it looks like. Prince might get it back on the inside. Ninja's still going to go for this move. Bad timing by the game there. Prince nicely gets to take that there. Vil holding out to Grandad behind, Mellowed getting in front of Stray Dog. Stray Dog just not having fun with that broken wing there. As Villeneuve spun on the corner, I think he's taken too much curb, and he's brought out the virtual with that broken wing.
Anyone's got damage, they're going to come in.
I watch you, and then the minute I come off of you, you make the mistake. Do not blame me now for never showing you. I tried to show you, and you do nothing important, and the second I go away from you, come on, you do the fun thing. Remember, you got to message me when you're gonna spin, because at least I can show you. A couple people with the broken wings are going to be pitting, expectantly taking this VC being the least time loss here to get new wings. Top 3 now with... Yes, I was going to say, no, yeah, with Villeneuve spinning, well, even with Connor. Ooh, well, Fredo, careful. Oh, Monster gets a drive through, speeding under the VSC. Straight up, he's just with those 3 seconds. Monster, we might see retire here soon, we will see though. Top 3 have got to be close here, guys. I know you want to, you want to be close. You very, very cautious. You almost, I think, Alfredo almost got a drive through there. But I would presume Villeneuve will quit Collateral, and Stray Dog and Alberto will probably have to go for a 2-stop now. They're going to pray for another safety car or VSC to pit off of these hards a little later. It is indeed, David.
Oh, lost me some time now.
You're in a good position anyway. You're on hards and you're in front of 2 people on mediums.
And Prince has done a phenomenal job here. Because Ninja's on those mediums, Prince has managed to create a gap, and Alfredo is now on full defense from Alfredo. Sorry. Oh, God. Prince has managed to break away from Ninja, who's now on full defense from Alfredo, as Monster does unfortunately retire. Meaning that Prince is going to start running away from Alfredo now, and even... Actually, those two are slowing themselves up quite a bit. Connor's already on 4 tenths now.
You're on hards anyway.
Yes, by the way, just so everyone is updated, Prince needs 17-point advantage from Collateral to take championship. It goes Collateral is 150, Villeneuve is 137.5, Prince is 133. Villeneuve and Collateral. Villeneuve now is currently getting 0 points, Collateral is getting 2. Prince is currently getting 25, which means that's a 23-point advantage.
Well,
seeing as how we only need... Oh, well, let's say 18, because I'm not sure who's technically got the most wins right now.
A little bit.
I can't think on the top of my head.
What,
let's say 18 points. He currently has a 4-point... I believe it's 4-point advantage. Because Collateral's currently getting 2 points.
The rear's cooking.
Well,
Prince is getting 25. That brings down to 23.
Still alright, they're battling, so 2 seconds.
Yeah, 4 point. He's got 4 points currently for Prince to win this. And that's presuming Collateral doesn't start making leaps and bounds on other drivers here. However, that early pit stop does mean there's a good chance he is the one with a disadvantage right now. Oh, it's all to play for in the top 3 here. Did we just see someone spinning? Yes, we did. Stray Dog unfortunately spins. Brings Villeneuve into the 1-point advantage here. Stray Dog just stays in front of the Queet there. Villeneuve easily ahead.
That was better that time.
Vintage fighting to the back of Tina Silva, both on the medium tyres. Vintage not being able to get past, or potentially got past, but I didn't see an overtake mark. So, unable to get past here now, and in sector 3 will have to sit behind in the dirty air. Game, this is a lovely view, I agree, but can I have a different view, please? Thank you. Prince getting hounded on by Alfredo. Alfredo's very close to being within 1 second. Ninja also almost within a second of Alfredo. Top 3 are almost going to start fighting each other again, but Connor back up to 5 seconds now. Each other have sort of been running their own race.
Really do Connor back fully along.
It's a mixed bag here. Prince realistically needs this win, so he should probably run away.
Still alright though.
There's a very low chance the 2 people fighting, Collateral and Villeneuve,
they're like 4
are going
seconds
to gain to him quickly enough, realistically. As Vintage and T go side by side. Little bit of banging wheels.
Don't know whether he's edgy.
As they get very close, getting squeezed Villeneuve. As... Holy moly, there's apparently a keybind to shortcut to
I think
bring
he's
up
edgy, he's slowing right down.
Delta times. Well, you learn something new every day, and they only have way too many hours commentating this game. Phenomenal. Vintage keeps ahead here. Will T go for the move here? He will. He'll get side by side, not fully ahead, however. We'll go into it.
5-second gap now behind, so.
Vintage will get the better run, and we'll get DRS. Neither of them will get DRS, because the game, apparently, they were too close for the game to be bothered to work it out. Amazing. Ninja's tyres seem to be running out a little now, while Connor's still losing time to Ninja. Ninja's now 2 seconds away from Alfredo. Alfredo's also losing time to Prince. It is currently... Stray. First is... Actually, I can go from the bottom. 12 is 1, 11 is 2, 10 is 3, 9 is 4. 8 might be 6, and I think it might go back into normal points past then. I'll have to very quickly check straight. But it goes up by 1 point from 12th. 12th being the first point. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it might start doubling to 6 and onwards. Vintage and T fight this out every lap, but to be fair, they're playing it quite sensibly. They're not losing each other too much time. Give me 2 seconds straight, I'll tell you exactly. I've got to find the document for you. Crew, Alberto and Collateral will now start fighting each other. I've been watching the other two behind, no, two in front, a bit too closely to not realise we have a three-way sprint here. Crew actually in the lead with the oldest tyres, and Lequit behind unfortunately spins. As I don't have the PDF. Give me 3 seconds.
Connor's picked up 3.
Crew potentially might be safe going into turn 1. It's tricky to tell you what he wants here. I feel like you would prefer, if you know you're strong into turn 3, you want to get overtaken after turn 1. Yeah, straight, by the way, is on page 9 of the rulebook, but it goes from first, 25 points, 18 points for second, 15 points for third, 12 points for fourth, 10 points for fifth, 8 points for sixth, 6 points for seventh, 5 points for eighth, 4 points for ninth, 3 points for 10th, 2 points for 11th, and 1 point for 12th. So, going backwards as well, that's 1 point for 12th, going up by 1 point up until 7th, in which it then goes 8 points for 6th, and goes back to the normal order. As Ninja is the first to pit out of the old runners from 13 lap old mediums, it's roughly the time to pit. As he will come out, let me in front or behind Mellowed here. Let's have a look. It's in front, but with those cold tyres, there's every possibility that you'll get in front. Yeah, wrong button. Vintage gets past T again. This is going to be a battle of switching places for pretty much the entire race, as those guys are pretty well matched with DRS being included, and since they're both on the same tyres, it'll be interesting. Whoever's behind can very easily follow the other one into the pits. It's basically whoever's behind, if they think they can overcut or not, will probably be the deciding factor. As Ninja, after pitting, gets in front of T, just barely, just about does. That was a bit sketchy there.
Fucking hell,
He
Alfredo,
almost
fucking
potentially
11
spins it.
seconds.
Completely out of battery,
Ninja,
actually.
how comes we're in the top
Most of
three?
them are, actually. I realise, yeah, we can peak
Ninja
on everyone's
pitted, he was
battery
on
by
mediums.
going into that cockpit view. That works.
Doing a long, hard stint.
Grandad getting back onto the back of Connor.
I'd probably stay on these as long as possible, really.
About 20 of
Ninja
if
them.
he's-
making some nice moves back up to 5th now.
Yeah, just might be
With
better
those newer
lasting a
tyres,
bit
should easily be able to
longer
gap
on these
Vintage here
tyres
and
and
run
then
his
having
own
a better
race.
medium
Which,
stint.
while no DRS is of course not perfect,
Connor's
running
got
your own
3
race is
seconds,
probably
Ninja's got
preferred,
3
even when the top
seconds.
2 drivers also don't have DRS. Because you can just use that extra speed of those new tyres compared to everyone else. And
I'd say
Vintage
Alfredo's your
is going to head
benchmark.
into the
If you can keep
pits.
with him, then cars are still around.
As T also hits into the back. T, please tell me you're already
Medium
going into
runners
the
are
pits. If
pitting.
you weren't, I swear to God, what did I tell you about what... Yeah. What did I tell you about watching out for people going into the pits?
You got any warnings?
Nope.
I made that very explicit, and you're the first person. To be fair, I don't. Maybe someone else has done it. You're the first person to immediately do it on the first normal
I think
round of
Connor's
pit
tyres
stops.
are done.
I don't want to mess it up.
I was about to say,
Good
and
point
T,
here
I
for
think
Alpine.
because you've come into the pits, you hadn't had time to change your wing, or the game has decided on
What's your
auto
tyre
not
wear?
to change it, which means you're screwed, and your fight, unfortunately, with Vintage is sort of a slightly ended. I believe, by the way, Collateral being in 7th, even though he potentially has to pit again, I believe that means he will currently beat Prince in points. Ooh, Stray Dog does get past T, almost colliding though. Let's go back up, actually. 2 Alpines are very close to it get together. Come on, guys, play this nicely. You're still teammates in the end. As actually, we will look and see, where are those 2? In Constructors, they can still beat Aston Martin, and with only 1 driver in the points right now, with T potentially retiring, or potentially getting pits. Alpine 157, Aston 173, there's a very good chance they will actually supersede. Visa, Cash App, Red Bull as well, could potentially supersede that as well, as they're only 24 points behind. 1 Visa, I hate saying that, so annoying. 1 fake Red Bull is in front of them, the other is only 2 points, so that's still a very close battle. Points wise, Grandad and Connor. Actually, where is... Wow, I can't even find Connor.
Ninja's
Connor,
6
where the
seconds
hell are you?
behind now.
Oh, no, they're actually both fighting for final position as well. Oh god, Alpines. You know, try not to take each other out. You could still potentially take Constructors.
I think we know.
Oh, Alfredo doing an absolute wonder, Stray. Hopefully these 2 do play it sensible and only fight near the end of the race here. As following up here, you have Alberto leading the charge and then 2 other drivers in front. Crew getting sandwiched with the older hards at the moment. We'll see what they can do.
Oh, first warning.
Grandad, 17 laps, getting onto Connor actually. Probably going to drain a bit of battery, quite close actually, on battery. So Grandad is making nice little gains. Does get DRS there as well, very lucky. Villeneuve making a few more gains at the back here. Hopefully those 2 either take those hards all the way to the end, well try to, and run out at charge at the end, or pit again, is what Prince wants. God knows what I want at this point, because theoretically I think right now Prince definitely doesn't win. The maths I cannot do quickly enough. Ouch, Stray. Don't kill you. I'm going to say online twin? Sure. I'll say online twin. Technically works. Crew holding on very nicely, to be fair, compared to both of these guys, as he... As... you saw nothing disappear. As into the pits finally goes Connor as well. Never mind, I thought Villanova was going to get a very good slingshot there, but we'll just stay back. Further back we have... Nope, that's a lapped car, ignore me. That is T, unfortunately, after having to pit getting lapped there. Unfortunate for him. Crew gets past Alberto again, becomes the leading driver, even on those slightly harder tyres. Connor's not coming out in a terrible place. He's coming out ahead of that battle behind, which is very important. Fortunately, he's going to get held up slightly by collateral. Actually, he does get a very nice, even on cold mediums, a nice run there with DRS. If he can now stay ahead of collateral, that puts him in a perfect position for clean air. But most importantly, he got ahead of that battle behind, which is really going to kill him if he got caught in that. Still have at the back Grandad, Alfredo, and Prince. Prince leading with a very nice little gap. Unfortunately, at the moment, as I said, he needs, I think, 18 points. And at the moment, it's a gap of... oh my god. It's a gap of 17 points. Which also brings that down to who has the most wins. And I believe that might... I don't know, actually. I was going to try to take a guess. I have fucking no idea. What I will look at, who has fastest lap? Alfredo has fastest lap, which means neither Collateral or Prince still that to actually even it out. As Villeneuve makes a very nice move, potentially. Crew, not sure if he just slid or did get a tap. That was a three-way there into what realistically barely takes two people. Turn 3. As I realise, whoops, I'm on leader at the moment. There we go. Crew just been in a second. Hopefully he can get back into that second mark even with older tyres. Otherwise that is an unfortunate way to lose DRS. Ninja currently DRS on Connor. Connor will keep it for turn 1. Potentially lose it through turn 2, but can gain it after turn 3 is the smart move. In all fairness, he's sharing it actually. Oh, Connor, let's go. He's sharing the DRS not in a terrible way with Ninja, actually, which is actually helping him out. Doesn't get a great move through there. He might get stuck behind Ninja. It's Grandad, not Ninja. Grandad, not Connor. I was thinking why that was weird. As Mellow's gone off. As I'm going to go over to Prince, who fucking pit. Fuck, I want to see what happened. He's gone off in a weird place, so I'm guessing he's potentially spun?
This is good for you if you can get to the pits.
Car's unfortunately been deleted, so I can't tell. But fuck me, Prince. You're a lucky son of a bitch. Now, there's a chance you still could have won this even without this happening. But my... no, that... actually helps Collateral out quite a bit now.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how this is going to help, because Prince doesn't lose any time now and definitely stays in with fresh tyres. Collateral's disadvantage of having those older tyres no longer now exists. Oh wait, hang on, I'm an idiot, it's only a virtual.
One stop left, shut up.
I could have sworn that was a full at some point. My bad. I'm surprised with the car crashing there. That wasn't a safety car. I just expected the game to do the sensible thing. My bad.
I was warmed up to get going.
Collateral is up to 5th. That was with Alberto pitting. This down does mean Collateral wins. Oh, you clicked the inside. That makes more sense. I was going to say, Mellowed, how the fuck did you manage to spin that far out? There's such a big runoff. Oh, you hit the inside wall. The thing you're supposed to barely not touch. That makes more sense. Unfortunate, you were running, you were still running there, and yeah. Unfortunately, no one wants to finish their last race with a DNF, but unfortunately it happens. But you've made for a much more interesting race, Mellowed, I will admit, because you've kept Prince in first with a big gap, and let's see what happens to Collateral. Luckily not for Collateral, but yeah, a little bit mellowed. But you know, don't take it too negatively. Tier 3's been amazing. All of you have been amazing. Some people might not have had an amazing time and amazing races, but hopefully everyone actually had quite a lot. Not happily for Collateral, but very happily for Prince at the moment. Grandad's on brand new mediums and about to try and smash past Collateral. I mean, Prince would prefer him to smash into Collateral, so therefore he easily wins. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. Hopefully, I say hopefully, Grandad should very easily get past those old hards. And Prince at this point is probably hoping for Vintage to also gain. Oh shit, fair point, David. I forget about qualifying. I've worked completely off of this. And unfortunately, it's the one thing I can't pull up easily. Crap. Fair point, David. I didn't even think about quali. Yes, Grandad was P2 actually, from Alfredo in P1, which means at the moment and I was gonna say I think even if Collateral was close. Thanks for the update there, David. I wish I could print that out easily, but I have no easy way of printing that shit out. It's so annoying. That being said, Grandad's still stuck behind Collateral for longer than expected, actually. Screw it, let's see how quickly I can figure it out. Because theoretically, I can pull that info up quite quickly. I'm not going to try to do the entirety of the maths. I am just going to take a quick look and go, yeah, that's about right. Alfredo on the new mediums, able to get past Ninja, who pit earlier there. Will take it nicely going into the end of Sector 2 into Sector 3. Ninja with ERS going to be able to take this? I presume Alfredo should take this on the outside here. Ninja's still holding on for longer than expected, actually. This is surprisingly closer. I'm genuinely surprised Ninja... No diss to you, Alfredo, but Ninja is on sufficiently older tires than you. Are you okay? I'm surprised you didn't be able to keep that easily. That being said, let's see if we can very quickly look at qualifying points. Ooh. Is that T? T, you've got a bit wide there, my dude. You feeling alright? As Ninja gets past Alfredo once again. Helping Prince out very nicely, because Ninja is just losing even more time now. As we go into the next section, let's see how everyone does. T actually, wow, T. Has T been carrying broken wing this entire time, or did he just break it then? He must have just broken it then. Fredo still stuck behind. Grandad did get past Collateral. Villeneuve also gets past Collateral. That helps Prince to pretty much win it, even ignoring qualifying. Collateral is still next to Villeneuve, but not enough at the moment. Yes, final leaderboard. Prince was in second. And what the fuck is Collateral? I don't even see him on here. Is he one of the grayed out people? Collateral was in 6th, which means he gains 4 points on him. So yeah, even in that position, Prince would have still won. Yeah, no, you're right. Can Villeneuve usurp... I can't say that word because my brain can't even think of it. Usurp, that's the word. Can Villeneuve usurp Collateral? I don't believe so. As Villeneuve did lose to Collateral in qualifying and won't gain enough points by being just in front of Collateral. Well, Collateral's back in front of Villeneuve anyway. Even just being one ahead won't matter. So Prince is still at the moment on for the win here. By, as I said, every position can still be changed. He's going to go from 3rd to 1st in the championship at the moment. But there's still... 7 laps. It is just 7 laps. 7 and a third now. Laps remaining here. So theoretically anything can happen, and anything happening is crew pitting for some softs. He was one of the early pitters, so he did need to get off of those old tyres, because the hards are going to start dying very quickly. If Villeneuve and Collateral still run these to the end, I'm going to be shocked.
Well, now's what's happened with Connor. He's fucking...
Connor's AI.
really slowed down.
I hope I haven't.
Crew on the back end of Stray. Who is close? Grandad and then Collateral and Villeneuve. They're just going to keep trading places, it seems, every lap. Which is not unexpected.
What a fucking desync.
Collateral not able to make... I was going to say, going to go for the dive still. No, not able to make it before turn 3, but Villeneuve spins it. And actually brings himself into the back here of Vintage. I'll be honest, I'm not too shocked. Grandad getting onto the back. Sorry, just checking stuff. To be fair, only... Wow, hards can go much further than I thought with these lower temperatures, actually. Might only be on about 32%, those hards. Getting taken care of much nicer than expected. Villeneuve also gets a 3-second time penalty. I'm going to run it to the end, actually, but... Yeah, I was expecting it to be worse. I'll admit. So fair play.
You haven't desynced. You're fine.
Good.
This does put Villeneuve, to be fair, he already has because of the penalty, but just without penalty already puts him at risk of Vintage on those much nicer tyres.
Oh.
Crew already gets past Stray Dog. Don't know if he's going to be able to make 14 seconds up on Alberto. Alberto's tyres aren't too old. Ninja holding out nicely. He will just finish the race on hards. And 60 seconds to Grandad should finish P3 now. Theoretically, nothing else happening. We have the top 3 of the race already here. Now, there's still a couple laps remaining. It doesn't have to be a safety car to change this order. Someone could spin absolutely horrifically as Villeneuve hits into the pits, presumably for a set of softs to finish this race out. Alberto in the Pits? Did he have wing damage? No wing damage, but still pits off of 9 lap on mediums. I'm kind of shocked. I feel like you're giving up too many positions. Potentially not, but yeah, interesting move. That does, though, mean with that pit stop by Villeneuve that the only current in-camera battle, we'll say, goes down to Connor and Grandad. Connor with the older tyres by 3 laps. Is within a second of Grandad, though. But does he have the ERS for it? Whoops, wrong way. Pretty much the same. And I believe that does level them out now. Nope, wrong one. Actually, no, it doesn't. Connor has 6 seconds, unfortunately, which means we still would lose out to Grandad. And Collateral could theoretically still get 5th here. Which I still don't think would be enough, as that brings it down to 15 points. Add the 4 brings you back up to 19, even so it would be 18, which is still enough, I believe, to win outright. But at the moment, Collateral isn't going to gain on Connor. Well, actually, now he can. Wow, Connor, what happened? He just lost everything. Yes, he needs 17 points to get even. 18 points will take him one above and immediately let him win without having to look at podiums positions. And currently, even with Collateral in 5th, because neither of them have fast lap. Come on, give me tyres. Because Alberto has stolen that. There we go. Wow, I got that info before it told us. That's hilarious. At the moment, even Collateral 5th will not keep Collateral's win. It will, of course, keep him in front of Villeneuve. As we're going to have quite a dry end to this race, actually. As Alfredo also gets 3 seconds there. Just to check, actually, points-wise.
My strongest races this season. I was
Grandad has
like,
3 seconds. Which at the moment is fine.
Mate. You only got a lap.
Because Collateral is 7 seconds. And hopefully extends that lead. Because I believe actually going up to 4th will win Collateral the championship still. Going up to... going up to 4th will only give him 2 points.
No way.
No, which would be enough. It would bring him down to 16. Which I believe would win him it. Because 16 would be a difference of... Well, no, sorry. Putting him to 4th, theoretically. 4th would bring that points difference down to 13, plus 4 would be 7. No, Jesus. Oh, I got the maths wrong anyway. It'd be 15, add 4 would be 19. Would bring it down to 17, and you'd have to count back. Yes, and... Thank you, Stray. God. Count back as well would also come into place if Collateral got 4th. Oh, there's too much math for the end of this bloody race. However, it's currently lap 36 or 36, and as it stands, I have to give someone a hearty well done on taking on the last race here. Drivers' Championship. As he comes across the last corner here, comes across the line, and at the moment, Prince is your driver championship take-up for season 14. Does he know that yet? We will find out Alfredo comes in second, and Ninja will still take third. Grandad, after a little bit further of a gap,
Woo-hoo-hoo, I'll
will
have that.
take fourth position.
That will do, mate.
Connor will come across
Well done,
in
mate. Good race.
provisional fifth. Collateral unfortunately come through and take that from him.
Volley boy just lost in the darts.
Stealing fifth
Has he?
is not enough.
Yeah, he's out. Just watched it. Fucking useless.
Vintage will take next, with Villeneuve crossing the line behind, but will be usurped, I believe. Or was it just crew? I would love to tell you. Unfortunately, it went away. Game, I know what you were doing, but for the love of God, I was trying to read the end of that. Vintage 6 driver of the day, but I'm going to give it to Prince. I know Prince just sort of dominated that race, but going from third in the driver championship to first, I feel like deserves it. But I feel like maybe in the race alone, potentially, it is delivering him. Greedo also does